Hello and welcome. What is Web Historian? Web Historian is digital forensic software created by Mandiant and available for free. Web Historian allows you to collect, display, and analyze web history data in a spreadsheet-style view. It collects web history, cookie history, file download history, and form history. Web Historian works with Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, and Safari. It works with Windows 2000, XP, 2003, Vista, and 7. Let's install Web Historian. Open a web browser like Internet Explorer, Firefox, or Chrome. In the address bar, enter mandiant.com and press enter. On the Mandiant homepage that opens, click to select the products link. On the products page, click the free software link. Scroll down to Web Historian and click the link. On the Web Historian page, you can either fill out the information and click the Download Now button, or you can click the Download Now link to just download the file without registering. You will then see the file and hash information. Click the Download Now button to start the download. On the download information bar, you can save the file to the computer before installing it if you like, or as I prefer, just click the Run button. This will download the file and then automatically start the installer. Once the download finishes, the Web Historian setup window will open. Click the Next button. On the End User License Agreement screen, read the license agreement. Click to select I accept the terms in the license agreement, and click the Next button. On the Destination folder screen, click the Next button. On the Ready to Install Web Historian screen, click the Install button. After the installation finishes, on the Completed the Web Historian Setup Wizard screen, click the Finish button. Now that we have Web Historian installed, let's open it for the first time and go over how to use the program to analyze web history. Click on the Windows Start button, All Programs, Mandiant, Web History, and then click on the Web Historian icon. The Mandiant Web Historian application window will open. The first step in using Web Historian is to scan the computer for web history files. Click the Start Scan button. The Web History Scan window will open. Look under where it says, "Where do you want to look for web history?" If you have already extracted the specific individual history file you want to scan, you would select History File. If you don't have the file but only want to look at a single user on that computer, you would select Profile Folder, and then select the root of the user profile. Most of the time, and in this case, we are going to select Scan My Local System. This will search the entire computer for web history files, and then display the data from all of them combined. You can then filter it out by user or whatever else you want. With the Scan My Local System selected, click the Start button. It will then change to the Agent Output tab and display information as it scans. Once the scan is finished, click the Close button. It will close out to the Form History tab. Some user and password information may be contained here, although it doesn't work with most new web browsers. Let's click on the Web History tab. Here we can see that there are 214 pages of information, and we are on page 1. You can type in the page number or use the forward and backward arrows to change pages. Here is a list of all the web pages that have been visited, along with information such as the date, URL, user, browser type, and more. You can sort by any column that you like by clicking on the column name. Let's click on the last visit date column twice. Clicking it once sorts with the oldest first. 2 will sort by the newest first. So now looking down the list, we can see all the sites visited. Let's expand the URL column to be able to see the links a little better. Here I can see that we visited the Mandiant.com website. Let's say we didn't know what this was and we wanted to check it out. Let's right-click on it and select Open URL in Browser. Your default web browser would open with the selected website. The Cookies History tab contains information on website cookies, their paths, and other information. You'll find most of what you need on the Web History tab rather than on the Cookies History tab, so we won't go into that much. Let's click on the Download History tab. Here you will find entries showing the source URL of the file and the directory on your computer that it was downloaded to. There is not any right-click option here. You can browse through Internet Explorer to the target directory and then open the file manually to see what it is. Let's find an entry that we want to investigate. Let's look for some sort of image file to check out. If we look down here, we can see nav_logo99.png. Let's say we weren't sure what this is and it didn't come from Google, but we wanted to know what it was. If we go over under target directory and expand this column, here we see the full path to where the directory is. Let's open Internet Explorer and then browse to the file. Alright, it's on the C drive. Users. The user account name, which in this case is my cat's name, Sasha. App data. Local. Microsoft. Windows. Then click on Temporary Internet Files. Even if you have Windows Explorer set to show hidden system files, the contents.ie5 folder is hidden and cannot be seen. This has to be typed in manually to get to the next part. And in the address bar, I'll click once to be able to see the full address. Enter /content.ie5. Press enter. We're now inside this hidden file. Now in here we need to go to this T8, T9 file. Double click on that to enter. OK to the warning. Now inside here we'll browse for nav_logo99. Here it is. Let's double click and open it. OK, so we can see here that it's just basically the Google logo and various buttons that it uses. So we now have the knowledge to scan the computer and open the web history logs in Web Historian. We can also open downloads and web pages to investigate further. Hopefully this will help you investigate problem internet users and remind the rest of us to clear our web history.